the book of Amos, the 7th chapter, verses 3, 4, and 5. And the Lord repented for this. It shall not be, said the Lord. Thus hath the Lord God showed unto me, and behold, the Lord God called to contend by fire, and it devoured the great deep, and did eat up a part. Then said I, O Lord God, cease, I beseech thee, by whom shall Jacob arise, for he is small. Okay, again they mention Jacob being small. Why? To let you know he is representative of the moon. His story, Jacob and David, it is one story. Esau, Saul, Esau, E-S-A-U, Saul, S-A-U-L, and Paul, P-A-U-L, are one. The story is one. In the story of Esau, Jacob flee from Esau, and when he did get the upper hand, Esau, he refused to slay Esau. The same happened to Saul and David. David flee from Saul. When he got the upper hand, he did not slay Saul. The story is one: the moon and the sun. It is like a chess game. The king on a chess piece cannot be captured, cannot remove the king from the board. He can only be checked, and all of the other pieces exist to prevent the enemy or the opponent from checking the king. The knight is the military. The bishop, the theologians, the rook is the pillar of the society, businessmen and politicians. And then there are the ordinary men, which is in the forefront, and the queen are the women of the society. Their job is to protect the king. That's a biblical story, the same as the story of Esau and Saul. The Bible is the book of the universe. God, in many instances, cursed the earth. Why would God curse the earth? That means all that is of the earth is also cursed. And in the Bible, it says the earth is out of course. And it says, if the earth is out of course, what shall the righteous do? As above, so below. As below, so above. Now that God accursed the earth, he said that the Ethiopians will soon stretch out their hands to him, to God, and they have. Why would he say they will soon if they did not at the beginning? Because at the beginning of the knowledge of God, they knew who he was. It is only after they lost knowledge of who God was that they stretch out their hands. And black people today, the Ethiopians, are stretching out their hands to God, led by lying preachers. The people who are most loyal to God are people higher echelon in the secret society or the leading Jews. They are most loyal to God. Now you see the Chinese making advance without God, but they are copying of the Caucasians, and they still have secret societies in China. And one of the stipulations to become a member of the Masonic Lodge is that you have to believe in God. God has been dead since the 1960s. We are only hearing the rumblings, the after effect. That's why Caucasians are leaving the church and the belief in God in groves. We are only hearing seeing the after effect of God. So that's why Caucasians should give black people reparations. The original Americans should receive reparations. For Caucasians, what do you have to lose? God has been dead now. And we are seeing just the after effect of him. And the Ethiopians, if they had knowledge of God, who will withdraw their hands and no longer reach it out. They reach it out to him because they have lost no knowledge of him, led by lying preachers, black preachers, many who are of the Masonic, and some who are just ignorant. So the Bible is a universal book. It's about the sun, moon, stars. David, like I said, represent the moon, Morgan David. And the 5 stones are the 5 planets that are seen by the naked eye, not including the earth. So now let's go in prayer. Amen. Ra. We are your people here in America, the Misroims, brought here to help build the new Egypt. We are on the bottom financially, even though we build the country. We are on the bottom financially. Many of us are poor. Show us the way. Lift us up in prosperity. Give us our own land. Show us the land where we may separate from those that hate us. Well, their time is doomed. They are having people to stay indoors because they know your wrath is coming. In our land, let us have electricity, clean water, just as we are used to, and all of the convenience, so your people will not mumble about hardship coming from the white man's world. Let us be independent, always with food on the table, shelter, the best of shelter over our heads. We will prosper beyond measure as you show us where we will set up our nation on some of the earth that we can call our own, where we will live a safe, joyous, healthy, beautiful life. We think we cannot get along with whites, but for millions of years before their existence, we got along without them. Show us the way in prosperity now. Instead of being on the bottom, we will be on the top, building our own society. Get the laziness and fear out of the black man and woman so that we can do for ourselves. Being proud to be leaders, to be on the top. Children that we birth, that those who birth children of our people will have a bright future, and we ourselves have long life. I pray, instead of being the sickest, we will be the most healthy with your help. With beautiful farmland, we have the skill. We would not need Caucasian any help, no matter how much skill they may have. We will do it ourselves as your children, by your guidance. And I just thank you, Amen Ra, giving us prosperity, good health, peace, friendship, love, protection, guidance. Guide us and show us the land prepared for us. As again, I say thank you, Amen Ra. For as we are now the poorest, we will be the richest. Where we are the sickest, we will be the most healthiest. With your help, with your guidance, now and forevermore. And so it is. For where we are the foolish, we will be the most wise. Thank you.